So I came up with a plan. I'm going to dunk the ball on the toughest guy on the team's face, and then I'll be the star like I was in high school. So I got in the locker room the next day. I found the toughest guy on the team. His name was Richard Coffey. Richard Coffey was a former member of the 82nd Airborne. He had been to the military for 4 years before he ever stepped foot on a college campus. Richard Coffey was about 6'7", about 235 pounds, with almost no body fat. And I'll be honest with you, the first time I saw his body up close was the first time I questioned God. You know, I thought we were all created equal. You know what I mean? But you know, I figured, you know what? My daddy says what he means what he says. I was 19 years old. I had one piece of hair on my chest. It's time for me to become a man. I'm going to take this ball and dunk it in Richard Coffey's face. The first time I got a chance, I grabbed that basketball and I went in with everything I had. Come on, Richard Coffey, bring it on, baby. I'm Walt Bond All-State from Chicago. Bring it on, Uncle Sam. Let's go, baby. Let's play above the rim. And right before I got to the rim, did I mention he was a paratrooper? You know, they jump out of airplanes at like 5,000, 10,000 feet. Am I right around? Right before I got to the rim, I saw a UFO. And it was flying in the sky. Headed straight toward me. Bam, splat, boom! Down I go, and Richard Coffey stood over me and he said this: 82nd Airborne, we do it all. First to fight and last to fall. Get up, you little freshman. Well, you okay? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You know why Coach Haskins talked to my mom first? He knew I was a baby of the family. He knew I was a mama's boy. My only goal was to make it back to my dorm room without crying in front of my teammates. I made it back to my dorm room, closed my dorm room door, and brought up my boombox. I've been alone with you inside my mind. And in my dreams I kiss your lips 1,000 times. I sometimes see you back outside my door. Hello. Oh, I threw a good old pity party. And I got myself together, cut off my boombox, and I came up with the plan. I'm going to help turn this team around, and one day I'm going to play in the NBA. One day I'm going to wear a real NBA uniform. One day I'm going to play in front of real NBA cheerleaders. The next day I went back to Coach Haskins. I said, Coach, where's the weight room? I found out that Richard Coffey could bench press 300 pounds. Richard Coffey could knock me down whenever he felt like it. When I got to the weight room, the only thing I could lift was the bar. And at that moment, I realized that my coach recruited me based on my potential and not who I was at the time. See, you guys got hired and you got appointed by your company to do what you do, and it had very little to do with who you were at the time. You got hired because of your potential.